Baila, baila y goza, mi bomba puertorriqueña. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Para siempre.
Hello everyone, Charles Walhingford back again with another Distilled Aged Spirit video. This is not a whiskey video at all. This is a Distilled Aged Spirit video, i.e. Brandy, i.e. Cognac versus Armagnac. Cognac versus Armagnac. What's the difference? Why would I pick one above the other? And that's a very good question. And here, this is how I'm going to break it down to you. There's a lot of technical differences between the two. The grapes that they use, how they're distilled, meaning the cognac is pot still distillation, and Armagnac is column still distillation. But what does that ultimately mean? The difference between the two is so minuscule, it doesn't matter. So what should you do? Why would you buy a cognac over a Armagnac? Well, I will tell you, this is the way it goes, and this is the reality. You buy cognac over Armagnac because Armagnac isn't cool. Armagnac isn't known. It looks cooler to have this on your bar, on your mantle or whatever, over this. This doesn't look as cool. It doesn't. Now there are some cognac bottles that don't have that cool factor, but there's more, especially when you get to the XO level, you start spending over $100. There's more of this than, then we have this for the Armagnac. This happens much more with cognac. And then you have advertising. People have heard of Courvoisier. They've heard of Remy Martin. Of course, they've heard of Hennessy. They have not heard of Laubade. Nobody's heard of Laubade. I have 2 Laubade products, and for most of you, like, okay, wow, all right. But you tell somebody you have a bottle of XO Remy Martin or a bottle of Courvoisier XO ready to go, you got some people really excited. But you tell them you have some Boss Armagnac, Marie Duffau, Napoleon, they're like, eh. Cognac knows how to advertise. That's the difference. Because the other difference between the two is Armagnac is older. Armagnac is older than Cognac. But Cognac, the bigger companies that is, know how to advertise. That's the difference. Now, let's talk about why I would even do this video. Why is this video necessary? It is absolutely necessary for you to know one big thing. It's the big thing about me, myself, Charles Walhingford, is the price. The price, the price, the price. The price you pay for Armagnac is almost half of what you would pay for Cognac. This right here, it's Laubade. This is a vintage. The vintage for Cognac, that's gonna cost you. That's gonna cost you some serious money, and this cost me right at $100. If this was Cognac and it's a big name like Remy Martin or Courvoisier, it will cost you probably $200 at the very least. Actually, no, it'll be more than $200 because these are already around $200. That Remy Martin, I keep saying that, is around $200, and this Courvoisier XO will be around $180. This vintage is actually a 10-year-old. the same age as a cognac, but it's the vintage, and they always have a premium to the vintage. So it would probably cost you maybe $250 if this was cognac. Here's another example. This is the XO, because they have the same rating system as cognac. The XO, Laubade Armagnac. This Laubade Armagnac XO will cost you around, I think, $80. $80 to $100. Yeah, $80 to $100. And it is just as good. Just as good. Is the cognac a little bit better? No. That's what I mean, just as good. They're equal. Now, certain flavors are going to be different because everybody is different. That Remy Martin and the Courvoisier are going to taste different. Not a huge difference, but they're going to taste different. The same way the Armagnac is going to taste different. Is it better? No. Will it cost you less? Oh, yes. It's not going to degrade the scenario at all. You're still on that same high level, and you can afford to go maybe a level higher than you would be able to go to with a cognac. Maybe you only have VSOP money, but you want to have an XO situation, the experience. There you go. You got it. That's what you're going to have. You're going to have a really good situation for possibly half the price or more. So what's the main thing you need to know is give Armagnac a chance, and you don't have to be too savvy with it. If you see it, look for the grading. The grading is exactly the same as cognac. So if you're getting an XO cognac, you're getting an XO Armagnac, you're getting the same level. Now here's a little caveat to that. A lot of those levels for Armagnac, because they know they're smaller, they know they got to put out a pretty good product. It's probably a little bit older. If I'm not mistaken, this XO was 12 or 15 years old, not just 10, which XOs require as a minimum. So you're still getting something even nicer. And I would suggest just giving it a chance if you are a cognac drinker. If you're a cognac drinker, you should be drinking cognac and Armagnac without what's the word I'm looking for? All the time, without regard to which one you're drinking. You should be drinking both. So here's the last thing. This is what I plan on doing. I've been collecting, and with collecting, I can't do it the right way. The right way is you buy three of that alcohol. One to trade, one to hold on to resell it, and one to drink. Well, I can't afford to do that. I can only buy one. So if that's the case, then I give myself plenty other alcohols to drink instead of. So I buy the cognac for collecting purposes. I buy the Armagnac to drink. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this helped you out with your decisions on purchasing distilled aged spirits, cognacs, or Armagnacs, or any other brandy. And I hope this helped you out in the future. Save some money. I'm Charles Walhingford, and yes, cognac is how I would spend my money, but Armagnac is also how I would spend my money.